got proof that Angela Deem is abusing her husband Michael on 9-Day Fiancé happily ever after. If you've been watching the show, it's been so infuriating because Angela set a false narrative that Michael's a scammer and a user when she made him quit his job in Nigeria so that he would be financially reliant on her.
I send Michael money so he can buy groceries, make payments on his car, because I'm the one that didn't want Michael to work because so many things can go wrong in Nigeria.
So Cap, it's not too dangerous to work in Nigeria. It's a developed country with their own economy, and why don't you say that to every other Nigerian with a job, right? Angela's one of those white ladies that thinks that there's no water in Africa, or the ones where if you didn't finish your plate, they're like, kids in Africa could eat that. Oh, you want me to send a kid in Africa my half-eaten croissant?
Get your butt out of here. Your car's getting jacked up.
I paid for this car. I paid for all this. Michael didn't pay for that.
How crazy is this that Michael's not even home and Angela's with her friend acting like she's back on the Murray show?
It's not the day. This, I didn't know Terry before. Chris come up.
Michael's your husband, Angela. You took vows before God, family, and friends to love and cherish this man forever. Is this how you show love? By physically assaulting him? By cheating on him with the dude in Canada? By offering to financially support him and then digivolve that into financial domination later in the years? Shout out to Michael for having self-control as a man, because when she was physically assaulting him, he had every right to defend himself. A lot of dudes would have hit Angela with a Mortal Kombat finisher move, but he just chose to simply restrain her. This right here was disgusting to watch, and I don't care what gender you are, everyone deserves the right to feel safe at their home. And y'all know for a fact if Angela was a man and Michael was a woman, she would already be fired from the network. Michael even admitted to the audience that he didn't have enough money to go out on his birthday.
You didn't go out for your birthday?
Financially buoyant. I mean, I don't have much cash on me.
And when this girl's husband, Michael, asks her for more money, she yells at him and tells him he's an idiot. For those of you that are unfamiliar with Angela Deem, she's like the grandma version of Honey Boo Boo.
Who wants scatty and butter?
Angela's 56 years young from Georgia, and Michael is 34 years old from Nigeria. There's a stigma that the majority of men in Nigeria that enter relationships with old ladies are scammers. However, in Michael's situation, it's actually the reverse, and many fans believe that Angela is scamming him and just using him to get back on TV. Angela made Michael financially reliant on her, and the Americans get paid to go on this TV show, not the foreigners.
Why do I want to bring you here?
There's also a narrative on the show, especially during the tell-alls, where the Americans are always right and the foreigners are always just trying to use them to get a green card. My question is why the foreigners aren't paid when they're uprooting their entire lives, quitting their jobs in their foreign countries to come over and compete in one of the hardest job markets in the entire world. Not to mention, if y'all notice that the prices of everything are going up, be sure to subscribe. I gotta feed my family.
Michael doesn't know I'm here. And the reason I haven't told him is because he might be scamming me.
I've been making videos about 90 Day Fiancé for the past couple of years, and I gotta say, I've never seen so many false narratives in one season. Before we continue reviewing this reality TV garbage, I'd like to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, Air-Up. Air-Up is a marvel of science, which can also be described as a water bottle with a scented pod on top. Most of us think we taste with our tongues, and that's partially correct. Your tongue reads basic flavor information, sweet, sour, bitter, salty. But your nose contains receptors that decodes the smells you really love, like coffee and apples. Here's how it works. As you see, you fill up your water bottle with either bottled water or tap water, whatever your preference is. You have your scented pod on top. You lift the pod up and then drink. Oh, wow. Today, I decided to go with the lime pods, and I don't regret my choice in any way, shape, or form because this is scrumdiddlyumptious. Lately, I've been going on more jogs, and my happy thought when I come home after a long run is to reach in my fridge and pull out this ice cold beverage because I just throw the whole bottle in the fridge. Also, I stopped drinking juice because there's so much excess sugar in juice, and with Air-Up, there's 0 calories in the pods, and you get that craving for juice out of the way without actually having to drink juice. If y'all are interested in getting started with Air-Up, click the link in the bio of this video. It helps out our channel immensely and is greatly appreciated.
I don't even know if I know Michael at this point.
A few moments later.
There's that sexy baby.
Hey, Angel.
So wait, you painted your husband in a bad light so you could justify cheating on him and going over to Canada to send this Billy dude? That's really not chill.
I can't trust Michael.
Those that can't trust can't be trusted, Angela.
I'm the one that didn't want Michael to work.
Angela doesn't want Michael to have a job because she doesn't want him to have any encounters with women. She's insanely jealous, and we can see that by how when they went to a strip club and he looked in a stripper's direction, she yelled at him, berated him, and kicked him out of the club, made him leave, and then talked shit to him for the rest of the night. He didn't touch her, he didn't flirt with her, he didn't make googly eyes at her, he looked in her general direction because you're at a strip club and a stripper's twerking on stage. If you don't want to get triggered, don't go to a strip club, dummy. Michael's not allowed to look in girls' general direction. Meanwhile, Angela could flirt with whoever she wants.
There's that sexy baby.
Angela's been hootering and hollering about how she doesn't want Michael to have an Instagram. Why do you think that is? Because she doesn't want him to get brand deals and make any more money that she can't control.
He's put his Instagram up knowing I'm against it.
She wants him to solely survive on the amount of money that she provides him so that she can control him. And this is very similar to when Stan told Usman in the same episode that she's not comfortable with his second wife being an American woman because the only thing the Sith Lord has to hold over this guy's head is the green card.
Because that's like a deal breaker for me. It's like if this, whoever your second wife is from America, it's not happening. I told you this.
Every Nigerian dude I met had a lot of pride and would never let a woman disrespect him the way that Angela has disrespected Michael. So it makes me really question why he's still in this relationship.
With Michael being so distant to me and making me feel like he's using me as an opportunity to come to the U.S., I've had to find support in new people.
Is it true that you're a whore?
Meanwhile,
Good.
Right now, Michael's friends are teaching him how to swim, which is really wholesome.
Go.
Honestly, at this point, I think we're all over seeing Angela berate Michael. I think the majority of fans would actually prefer to see Michael and his friends hanging around Nigeria, doing local things, tasting local food, showing us what they think about Americans, because if the only American that they met is Angela, that is such an L for our country. Michael's scared of water, much like Jason, because when he was 26 years old, he went to the pool and almost drowned. It's October, I gotta throw in some spooky references here and there. Did you guys watch the new Hocus Pocus? I thought the original was the best one.
Is this how you dive in, Angela's?
Come on now. She's my wife.
Yes, I know she's your wife. But she's a grandma.
I don't care what they say about my marriage and the age difference. I love my wife, Angie.
How funny is it that Michael had nothing but nice things to say about Angela, his wife? Meanwhile, she called him an idiot on his birthday.
You're an idiot!
Dude was expecting a happy birthday from his wife, but got cussed out instead. You hate to see it. I've heard that modern day slavery is dead, but I actually think that modern day slavery is Michael's situation because he's financially reliant on Angela, and she already committed to taking care of him financially, but she uses that money to hold over his head and then make him feel bad for asking for money when she doesn't want him to get a job. And then she's communicating to the entire audience that he's a user and he's a scammer and he just wants her for her money and the green card.
I don't know how much more time I can waste waiting on Michael if Michael is starting to give up on our marriage. Bye.
Dude's financially reliant on Angela, someone that makes her money by abusing him on national TV. Next thing you know, they play a flashback of Angela naked in her bathtub, FaceTiming Michael and asking him to do a dance for his mama. Now, when she said for his mama, she's referring to herself. And when this happened, I felt my soul leave my body. Angela adds, my clitoris is on fire. Well, I think I should just end the video there.
Mike, how do you cope without seeing your wife for 2 years?
I really miss her, you know, but lately we've been fighting.
What? Are we watching the same show? This guy's underplaying the situation so hard. Your wife is trying to fuck a guy in Canada while at the same time trying to convince the audience of this show that you're a scammer. And you know what the most aggravating part about Angela is that she gets a pass. Every tell-all, no one holds this girl accountable, no one questions her, no one gets in her face. She actually gets in other people's face and she is very aggressive. She got in Rebecca's face and tried to physically assault her. Next thing you know, they play a flashback of Angela talking to Michael's friends and telling them that she doesn't feel comfortable with them hanging out with Michael because they're a bad influence. One of his friends replies, "You're way too possessive and bossy." Angela says, "You know what? That's none of your fucking business." And she tries to eye gouge this man. She then proceeds to throw her drink at the friend. Angela's really handsy. There's clips of her not only trying to fight Michael, but other cast members of the show. This woman's a violent, combative, abusive person on camera. God only knows what she's doing to this dude off camera. You know what's so crazy about this? It's the same exact plot as that movie Norbit with Eddie Murphy.
You cheated on me. Look, I told your ass ain't nothing happened. And the next time you say it happened again, I'm gonna knock your teeth out your mouth.
Michael goes on to say to the audience that Angela doesn't want him to work because she doesn't trust him. She wants him to stay at home and not associate with any of his friends. How ironic is it that Angela Deem, Mother of the Year, doesn't want Michael to hang out with his friends because she thinks that they're a bad influence on him? Angela spent the money she promised to Michael on cosmetic surgeries for herself because she wants to be beautiful really bad, as well as trips to Las Vegas to socialize with other cast members. Michael communicates to his friends that Angela stopped sending him money, so he's gonna try being an influencer, which is smart considering the NPCs that go on 90 Day Fiancé get a huge bot boost on Instagram. So you're really gonna tell me Angela has 749,000 followers and gets 262 likes on her photos? Seems legit, guys. This is why I say on YouTube, the sub count's actually legit. She's dancing with random dudes in a bar and doing Hollywood Halloween events, apparently. Post is on brand. Nothing scarier than running into a diseased old crow like Angela. Is that Angela, though? Wait, what in the Facetune? Stop. She spent her birthday clubbing in Vegas. Meanwhile, didn't give Michael enough money to go out on his birthday. Last time I checked, dude films for the show as well, so it would be really cool to see him get some financial compensation for his time. Michael started daily vlogging his life in Nigeria. I would definitely watch that. He would have to make the videos fast-paced, though, because my attention span is so screwed because of TikTok and all the fast-paced content I consume on a daily basis.
Angela started telling me, take down my social media.
Are you serious?
But I'm not taking it down.
It's good you're trying to be the man you want you to be now.
Michael left this part out, but he actually proposed a deal to Angela, and that is if she gives him $5,000, he will delete his Instagram, which is such a fire deal because if it was me, I would tell her that I delete it, and then I would delete it, and then I would just make a new account, because then you have a new Instagram account and you have $5,000. That's kind of a fire deal. I feel like a lot of girlfriends would pay $5,000 to have their boyfriends delete their Instagrams, especially because of the, the Try Guys cheating scandal and all like the cheaty stuff that's going on these days.
Have you seen my activities?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I did.
You doing your dance steps are whack.
Come on.
Get it, hit it.
Angela does not like me to be on Instagram because she thinks I'm flirting with women.
Michael was actually messaging girls. We would know about it by now with all the gossip pages about this show. Not to mention, if she had evidence, she would show it so that she could further justify her going to send Billy. Especially interesting for me to see that Michael isn't allowed to sell products on Instagram and she doesn't want him to have a social media career. Meanwhile, she's allowed to have a social media career and sell weight loss gummies after she got gastric sleeve surgery. That feels similar to when IG Thoughts get a butt job and try to sell y'all a booty workout program. And speaking on plastic surgery, have y'all seen Darcy and Stacy lately? They're starting to not resemble human beings. Like, what is that?
I still love my wife and I want to keep my marriage going. But it's important for me to make my opinion count in the marriage. Listen to me, or just forget about it.
I'm really happy to see Michael start to stand up for himself. He should have done this from the beginning, but better late than never. Next thing you know, his friends call some girls over and ask Michael to start dancing for them. While dancing and getting his freak on, Michael communicates to the audience that he wants to be heard in his marriage or else it's not gonna last. Meanwhile, Angela and her friend landed in Nigeria. Angela got a new friend named Renee that feeds her ego because her former friend Coco was too real for her and they're no longer friends.
Cheers. Nigeria, baby. Niger, bye-bye.
Shut the hell up, bitch.
I'd be so mad if I was taking a shit and these girls made the entire bathroom stink like cigarette smoke. I just thought about what I said. I said that like the smell of shit is so much better than cigarette smoke.
I need to catch him off guard to uncover the truth because this visa could come in at any time. So I need to know, is Michael in this marriage for the right reason? If not, I don't have no time to play. I need to pull them visas and I need to pull them as soon as I find this out.
She keeps saying he's a scammer, but every course of action she takes is to make her husband look as bad as possible on national TV. She claims to love Michael. If you loved Michael, you wouldn't be trying to f a dude in Canada.
With all them dance moves that you have, I'm gonna run out of dollar bills.
That clip of her asking Billy for sex was cringe for us to watch. I can only imagine how much that clip is gonna hurt Michael. Put ourselves in Michael's shoes. You've had this woman that you're in a relationship with hold the green card over your head, hold money over your head, financially, verbally, and emotionally abuse you, and you've still been good to her. You've still spoken great words about her. And all of a sudden you see this clip of her openly asking another man to have sex on this show that you're going on together. Like, he's the reason why you're on this show, ripping fame and money. Let's look at what Angela has to say to Michael when she calls him up in the middle of the night on the way over to his house.
Stay away.
Yes, what happened? Stay away for what?
You getting ready to get a shock in your life. Stay away. See, one thing you don't know about me, Michael, you can't manipulate a woman that's strong and been strong all of her life.
He can't manipulate you. You're manipulating him. What do you mean being strong? There's nothing strong about being an abusive partner. You took vows that you want to spend the rest of your life with this dude, and you treat him like absolute dog shit and expect him to treat you like a queen. Earlier in the series, you said something like, he doesn't pay me enough compliments. He doesn't say how beautiful I am. How can he say how beautiful you are if you're always screaming at him? I haven't seen one conversation between you and him where you haven't acted like the victim and you haven't raised your voice and said demeaning things to this man.
Whatever.
Bitch.
I'll clap it up for the strong woman calling her husband a bitch and then hanging up. You know what? That's not a sign of strength. That's a bitch move. Honestly, though, it's to be expected. This is what happens when an abusive partner is no longer in control. Because Michael set up those boundaries for himself and said, I'm going to keep my Instagram up. I need this money. I'm not going to be financially reliant on you anymore and let you treat me this way. All of a sudden, she's disruptive. She's flying to Nigeria to physically confront him.
That escalated quickly.
Angela goes on to say to the audience, I took 30 years to remarry because because I've been through a lot of heartbreaks, and who wants to go through that at 56 years old? So she's copying Big Ed's line of, I haven't dated anybody in 30 years, or I haven't had a serious committed relationship in 30 years. Angela goes on to say, when I met Michael, I thought he was the love of my life. I couldn't imagine he could hurt me like this. What did he do to hurt you? This is the problem with Angela, is that she provides no evidence, no receipts for anything that she's claiming. She says that Michael's manipulative, but she's manipulating him. She says that Michael's a scammer, but she's scamming him. She said that Michael's unfaithful, but she's the one asking a dude to fuck. Angela shows up at Michael's house, starts banging on the door saying, let me in, Michael. Her friend Renee's screaming, let us in, Michael. She just wants to talk to you. I swear to God, y'all, these side characters get dumber every year. Shut your dirty ass chimney mouth. Nice fake Louis badge, sis. Thought we wouldn't notice, huh, brokey? Saying Angela just wants to talk to him as she's yelling and taking his car apart. Like, bro, this is terrifying. The majority of people get enough anxiety when their Uber Eats delivery shows up at the house. Yet this bitch expects Michael to be like, oh, she just wants to talk? Why didn't you say so in the first place? Michael, get out here and eat that sandwich Jeffrey Dahmer made you. It's not poison, I swear. The audience already had known that Angela was a piece of trash, but I didn't realize we were getting the 2-for-1 special in this episode. Before she dismantles it, she says to Renee, see that car over there, Renee? That's my car because I'm married to a Nigerian man. So being married to Michael gives you the right to come over to his house unannounced and dismantle his car. They're screaming, banging on his door, waking up all the neighbors. I'd call the cops if I was Michael. That's actually destruction of property. My mouth dropped watching this scene. Michael is not only entitled to a green card, he's entitled to the Dragon Balls, the Egyptian God cards, the Millennium Falcon. Man, I'm about to set up a GoFundMe for this dude. This is the most fucked up shit. It is crazy that she's allowed to get away with this toxic behavior. When Michael arrived at his house and discovered that Angela was destroying his car, he was rightfully upset. This man asks Angela what she's doing, and when he asks that, she charges him, puts her hands on him, and cusses him out. And when I see this as an audience member, y'all, I just remember Johnny Depp's friend when he says, I'm just tired. I can't speak for you guys, but for me personally, after all the negativity that we've had to see on social media the past year, the last thing I want to see on a show that's supposed to be my escape is abuse. I found the situation so revolting that I actually signed the petition to ban Angela Deem from TLC, and I'm not sure what good could come from that because I feel like companies only care about profit margins.
I like money.
That ain't his car. You ain't paid. The law said this is my car.
I'm just tired of seeing abusers be given a platform and make money from abusing people, and I feel like TLC doesn't really need to go this route. There's so many couples that have already been on the show, and they're more entertaining than Angela Deem and Michael, and they're doing all the right things in a relationship, so I feel like their spot in Happily Ever After could have easily went to one of those couples. For example, Benjamin and Akinyis. Their YouTube video, We Homeless, Broken Alone, is the best YouTube video I've ever seen from a cast member on the show. It's not even close. Akinyis narrates this video, and in this video, she's very transparent about the financial and cultural struggles she had to overcome while building a life with Benjamin in America. Her and Benjamin were both broke coming into this marriage, but you know what? They rolled up their sleeves and grinded to obtain their American dream. Meanwhile, you got Angela the abuser constantly throwing our country's name around when she in no way, shape, or form represents what our country should be about. With each episode that comes out of Happily Ever After, it feels like they're trying to trigger us as opposed to entertain us, and let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below, but I feel like the network is very out of touch with what the audience wants to see.
Y'all bitch and raise hell, because I'm not going to kiss his ass when he sit there and stab me in the goddamn heart.
She really believes her actions destroying his car is justifiable because she paid for the car.
What?
Michael, she ruins your whole car.
Y'all want to sit here and let him do this to me?
I can probably
Got the
calm her
wrong
down for
goddamn
you.
American.
I look around here who decided to call. What do you want, you piece of shit? Asking me for money. See that? He's scamming me. Y'all, he's scamming me. You believe he did that? Me dirty like that?
Got the wrong mother.
She's ruining his car. Tell him to come out.
We, the audience, have seen what it's like over the past couple of years being in a relationship with Angela. Meanwhile, what's Akinyis doing? She's rolling up her sleeves and helping her man with yard work. She's recording, scripting, editing these YouTube videos so they aren't financially reliant on the show. In preparation for her wedding with Benjamin, she made the wedding invitations herself and DIY'd her own nails so they could save money. She has not only made Benjamin's life better, but she set a great example for all women and all partners in general. You should want to add value to your partner's life. I'm gonna also link their YouTube channel in the bio below because you guys need to go and watch their videos and then come back here and comment what you think because it's a night and day difference.
What is the meaning of this?
You bitch.
What meaning of
Bitch. Your ass.
Stop it.
Even though Michael had justification to defend himself, I'm so happy he didn't strike her, because from the way she's pulling his hands towards her, you can tell she's trying to get him to react that way. There needs to be more serious repercussions for reactive abusers. Also, we got to start having more conversations about gender inequality, because this woman shouldn't be allowed to get away with this. Let's talk current events. There's a serial killer at this moment in Stockton, California, showing up to people's front doors and killing them. These are dangerous times we live in, and I don't appreciate the lack of repercussions for Angela's criminal actions both on and off camera. Her daughter was fucking an underage kid in her house, and you want to tell me she didn't know what was going on? Please. No one should be assaulted and demeaned for our entertainment. I don't find this amusing, and I'm hoping that you guys don't either. As the name suggests, 90 Day Fiancé happily ever after, I'd rather watch a couple encounter challenges and grow together. And I brought them up because a relationship like Benjamin and Akinyis actually represents what the show should be about. Not this. As always, Socks, I'm super thankful for you watching my videos. Comment below, subscribe, love your friend, follow me on Twitch and on Instagram right now.